Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Towards the end of the relationship, I started seeing someone else.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Well, she found out and
Okay,
kind of ballistic on me, so.
The whole purpose behind law is to right wrong. I want justice to be something that isn't this foreign concept.
Justice knows no boundaries. The truth will be heard. Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Danny Miller is suing his ex-girlfriend, Glenda Filburn, in the amount of $8,540 for selling his prized car without his permission at a yard sale. The defendant claims she was given the car and was within her rights to sell it.
All right, so Mr. Miller, sir, you're suing your ex over a DeLorean.
Yes.
That's old school, sir.
Yeah.
$8,540 worth of old school.
Right.
What happened?
Well, I met Glenda, the defendant, about 5 years ago. We had this mutual love for cars. I met her at a car show. And we started going out every Friday, and everything was great. After a couple of months, we moved in together.
You weren't wasting any time.
No, we hit it off pretty good.
What did you like about it?
That she knew as much about cars as I did, and she had a love for cars.
So you had a shared passion.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So,
Ms. Filburn, talk to me about this passion for cars, and Mr. Miller.
Your Honor, I've always collected cars, and that's something I've always loved to enjoy and go to shows, and that's something when I met Danny, I was looking for in a guy, and I thought, when I met him, I thought it was really nice that I could actually meet someone that has the same passion and interest that I have.
And that passion at some point turned into love?
Yes, it did. I mean, yes, I did love Danny, Your Honor, so
and
we were together
okay
for
after a couple of months of moving in with him?
Yes.
Is that your first time moving that quickly in a relationship, or no?
It was with Danny. He was different than all the other ex-boyfriends I've ever had. No, I've never done that before.
Never been married?
No, Your Honor, never
been married. So
you
liked him a lot?
I really liked him a lot, yes.
What'd you do wrong?
I didn't do anything wrong. We hit it off well.
The women in the audience were like, mm-hmm.
No, we hit it off well, and we're going, real good for, about 4 years or so.
What'd you do wrong?
Well, we ended up, a couple of years ago, she bought some tickets to a car show, which we always go to car shows, and because she saw that there was a DeLorean.
So you're not going to answer my question.
Well, we bought a DeLorean.
So that's a no. You're not going to answer.
Yeah, no, I'll answer your question.
Okay. What did you do wrong?
Okay. Things just fell apart. We just didn't get along anymore.
Yeah, but Thomas, he's not answering my question, is he?
No, obviously did something wrong.
Right. Because the reason why I'm asking that is in every relationship, both folks come with baggage.
Right.
I'm just asking you to own your luggage.
Okay.
What did you do wrong?
Okay. Towards the end of the relationship, I started seeing someone else.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Well, she found out and was kind of ballistic on me. So
had she been seeing anybody else?
Not as far as I know.
All right.
No, Your Honor.
And so that resulted in the relationship.
Well,
right?
Yeah, that kind of put
Why did you make the decision to start seeing someone else while she was still living with you?
Well, we weren't getting along anymore. So my social life was separated from hers.
All right.
And
so was there any overlap between her and the other woman?
Yes.
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 So you made the decision to not just end it with her,
right?
But to kind of,
right. I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
No,
that was the whole thing.
Wrong.
I didn't know
answer.
how to
approach talking to another man. So what were you going to say to her?
Glenda, I'm sorry for having my new relationship overlap with our old one, but really, I'm here.
When you say "but," you negate what you just said.
Okay. Glenda, I'm sorry about what happened with us. We need to move on, and I'd like to
see about.
You know what? I'm
God,
sorry.
he's just digging a hole. Stop in the name of love.
Apology not accepted.
All right, apology not accepted. I get it.
Okay.
The reason that I want to know all this, because I've read the complaint.
Okay.
And I just want to know because you were not happy about how this unfolded.
No, he was not the
I'm not
best.
talking about him. I'm talking about you. You were unhappy with how this unfolded.
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were ticked off.
Yes, I was.
You were angry, and you were like...
Yes, I was. I mean, he had the audacity to, with the DeLorean, with the car that he actually bought it for me as a gift, okay? So the car was not only he bought it for me as a gift, but then he turned around and he was driving it all the time like it was his car. And on top of that, and he actually, the license tag on it says mistress, which kind of like makes perfect sense to go with the car that he has.
Who put mistress on their license?
I did. I got a personal license plate because that was my baby. And anytime I was away from Glenda, I was with her.
You're a mess.
Coming up on America's Court.
I love those doors.
That was before I got the mistress license plate.
Yeah, that's hot. Who bought it for their anniversary?
I did.
You bought yourself a car for your anniversary?
Us a car.
And later.
I just kicked it like, it's a reflex. I didn't know I could
Your
kick
Honor,
it that
she
hard.
kicked the dog. He lifted into the air, and he landed on the
Well, so I
ground.
was running.
Closed captioning provided by...
For an itch or irritation, Cortisone 10 gives you
745-5590.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Danny Miller, who is suing Glenda Filburn for selling his car without his permission.
You sold the car.
Yes, I sold, Your Honor.
And the
I
car
sold
was valued, I take it, at the $8,000, right? You have proof that you
I do have proof, Your Honor. I've got pictures of the car prior to when I owned it, and
that's like the car from
a bill of sale.
Is that the car from Back in
the Future? Exactly.
Back in the Future. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at that on the plasma. I love those doors.
That was before I got the mistress license plate.
Yeah, that's hot.
They take a lot of upkeep, Your Honor, these type of cars. They're not to be run like every day, but it's kind of just a leisure thing. Every Sunday I take it out just to keep it going. So.
This is the,
that's the bill of sale.
Oh,
that's what I paid for the car.
Got it. All right. Now, did you buy it for her?
No.
Okay, because she
That's
said it was
not
a
true,
gift.
Your Honor.
No, we bought it for our anniversary.
Wait. Who bought it for their anniversary?
I did.
You bought yourself a car for your anniversary?
Us a car for our
so
anniversary.
then you bought a gift.
For us.
For the two
and
of you.
she knew
so
that
you
I
two
wanted that car.
co-owned the vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Even though you are not married?
And, Your Honor,
So in the event that something happens to the car or she wanted to sell it, if it's a gift to her as well, how are you going to handle that?
Well, that's what I'm here today.
The car is in my name, Your Honor. The title is in my name. So I rightfully own it.
Title establishes ownership. There's a reason why the Department of Motor Vehicles says when you get that pink slip, because without that proof of ownership, you don't have a claim to something, because by your own testimony and your own volition, you gave it to her, and couple that with the anniversary, it makes sense. So if she wanted to sell it for nothing, she had that obligation. The reason why you get zero judgment is because in your complaint, you didn't ask for your property value amount.
I could have asked for more.
And had you asked for that, I would have given it to you. Your matter's dismissed. Case closed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The title was in her name and therefore hers to sell.
Well, Danny, since you lost the case, it looks like you lost your mistress too.
Well, just like when I was with you, I'll just get another one.
And coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
I just kicked it like, it's a reflex. I didn't know I could
Your
kick
Honor,
it that
she
hard.
kicked the dog. He lifted into the air, and he landed on
Well,
the
so I
ground.
was running.
Closed captioning provided by